regimen. I'm going to start by taking her blood pressure, and then I'm going to calculate her ABI and do the Allen test. So to start with the blood pressure, I'm going to put it on her right arm and align it above her artery. And tighten it. Snug, but not too tight. And then I'm going to make sure that my cuff is right. Yep. And find the brachial pulse with the stethoscope. And inflate the cuff to about 140 millimeters. And slowly deflate. So I got 120 systolic and 82 diastolic. And now we're going to move on to the ABI, so the ankle brachial index. And we do the ankle brachial index to determine if a patient has arterial disease. So ideally the patient would be laying flat for about 10 minutes to make sure their blood pressure is stabilized. And then we start by taking a pressure in one of the arms, and then we're going to compare it to the legs and do a calculation. So I'm going to start with her right, and since we already did the right, I got 120 over 80, so I would take that top number, 120, and that would be my bottom number for my calculation. And then to get her ankle pulse, I would have to, well, I guess we can just try this, and then I'll explain it for the other side. So I put the cuff on the leg, and then I line it up with whatever pulse I'm checking. So if I'm checking posterior tibial, I will line the cuff up with that one. And then I would put my stethoscope on the pulse and figure out the blood pressure in her ankle. So for that one, I got 130 over 80, and then, well, I already took the cuff off, but then I would do the same exact thing on the same leg. I would just do the dorsalis pedis site, and then you take the highest number off of those two sites, and that's your top number. So you would divide, and that would give us the left or the right ABI, because that's the side we're on. And then you do the same thing for the left ABI. So I would take my 130 and divide it by 120, and then that will give us a number, and then the normal range that we want it to be in is, I think it's 0.1. It's 1 to 1.4, and then the higher the number, which indicates the more severe the arterial disease is. And now for the Allen test. So the Allen test is used to determine the patency of the vessels, and we assess it before placing like stents, cardiac stents and things like that. So I don't need a stethoscope for that. So I'm just going to palpate the two sites on her wrist, so ulnar and radial pulses. Sorry. So I palpate the two sides, and then I ask the patient to clench their fist 3 times quickly. And then I push down and occlude, and then I ask her to open her fingers, and I should see whiteness. Now I'm going to let go of the radial, and I should see pink. And then I ask her to do it again. 2, 3. Now open your fist. And then I do the same thing with the ulnar, and then I should see pink. And that's all.